Welcome, everyone, to Sysco Canada's virtual kitchen show. I'm Jay Ashton. I'm your host today, Business Resources and Activation Manager for Sysco Canada. I'm going to turn down my background music a little. We have in the show today, for the first time, Luda, which is just awesome Canadian company. Can't wait to have these folks jump on the call here, and I'm going to pull down the slide and you'll be able to see them. But welcome to the show, guys.
Thanks for having us.
You guys all nodded at the same time. That was kind of cool. Just all nodded. I know what you do, Darren, but you whipped them good, buddy.
I did, yeah.
I think my back hurts. That's why I'm just kind of stretching it.
That's awesome.
Well, great radio, I'll tell you.
So we're gonna have a great show today. I'm trying not to use the super excited all the time because I use that way too much. I'm very excited for what you guys are going to show us today. But what I'm going to do before we get started, maybe you guys can introduce yourselves just a little bit. Just try to keep it, because I know we all like bragging about ourselves. But for the show, let's keep it short. But what do you guys do? Who are you? And I'll pull up the screen, and then we'll get in there. But before we start, if you have comments that are watching today's show and you want to interact with us, we see them in the show format. So we'd love to hear from what you're talking about. Ask us questions, comment maybe on the beautiful ideas that we're going to see today. We're here. We got the experts. We got the pros. And please do. We'd love to hear from you. So let's start. Darren, do you want to start? Because you're the big cheese, I guess.
That's what it says on the card, Jay. Big cheese.
Okay.
Darren Gilbert. I'm the VP of Sales and Marketing for Luda. I have been with the company going on 19 years now. So good gig. Great company, great family-run business, great values. As I said, a great place to work, and amazing team producing amazing products on a consistent basis. So it's been a pleasure.
Awesome. Well, welcome to the show, Darren.
Thank you.
Chef?
Yeah, thanks, Jay. So my name is Martin. I'm in charge of national accounts and industrial, and I'm also a corporate chef. So that's the reason why I'm part of the presentation today. I joined the company 12 years ago. So yes, like Darren said, it's a really nice family company, and it's going to be a pleasure to be sharing some tips and tools with each of you.
That's awesome, Chef. Well, welcome. Excited to see what you got in store for us later. Now, where's my favorite guy?
Oh, I don't know about that. I'll take that for today. So my name's Michael Delacali. I can't say I've been around as long as Darren and Martin. I'm the director of marketing and then R&D as well. I had my rookie pants on as of last year, but last week, I should say. As of last week, it's been 1 year anniversary for me. So I'm still relatively new to the family. I come from a protein world, so this was kind of new experience for me, and I think we're going to see a couple of cool things today that kind of will open up the minds to certain operators, things that I kind of learned over the first couple of months being here. So should be fun.
Yeah, you know what? I agree with you, and I'm super happy to have you guys on today's show. See some great ideas, and Darren, you're going to surprise us with a little treat as well, right? Yeah.
Everybody has their strengths, Jay. This is mine.
Sorry?
I said everybody has their strengths, and this is mine.
Yes, exactly. So we're gonna see some amazing ideas here with your products, but we're gonna see a little bit of wine pairing too, which is one of my favorite. I think that's awesome that you guys are gonna do that today. So thank you for doing that, and let's get right into it. You guys cool with that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Awesome, Chef. Over to you.
Perfect. So what I will do today, I will do different type of recipes using 3 of our products. Those 3 products are under the Luda H signature. So all the Luda H products, they're gluten-free and lower in sodium. That's the reason why I like to cook with them, because you get room to cook. So it's easy to use any bacon or any other flavor without adding salt in your recipes. So first of all, I will do a flatbread, a chicken flatbread, using some sour cream So you just use your regular sour cream, use the chicken dry powder as a component in it, just a small splash of lemon, and then you mix everything together. So it's instant. You got not much to do. If you want, you can easily add some parsley or any type of herbs, and you use it on your flatbread. So that's going to be your sauce, and it's a nice way to increase the amount of flavor of chicken in your flatbread, because you will have some nice oniony, celery, and chickeny flavor on each and every bites.
So Jay, I just want to, I should preface, I guess, our conversation a little bit by saying that essentially we are known as being a soup and sauce company, and I guess maybe to the average person, it's more, I guess the thinking is, well, how much can you do with soup, right? In a traditional sense, we have been around for a long time, and I think I alluded to it before when I joined the company. Actually, ironically enough, Chef Martin was, I think, the first person that kind of said, well, we have our soups, and those are the soups that we're featuring today. We're featuring our low sodium line of soups, our H line. So I guess one of the first things he said was, well, tell me what you think about soup. And I think to the average person, you think, well, soup is your typical entree, obviously, your appetizer, whatever you want to call it, which in the traditional sense, I think most people know. And he kind of said, but did you also know you could use it as a seasoning and as a rub in so many different ways? And I think that's one of the main things that we want to get out of our conversation today is you can take our products and you can just add so many layers of creativity and different ideas, especially for today's day and age where you need different ideas and kind of thinking outside the box for obvious reasons. I think that's what the chef's going to show us a little bit more, and Darren will talk about. Obviously, I'll jump in and talk about as well. But that's one of the coolest things I learned about, I guess, our industry and our products is you can take it and it's not what you think it is. You can do so many different things with it. So I think we'll see a couple of cool things in a bit.
Yeah, I agree. That's what intrigued me when you guys came and said, want to be a part of this. Is I'm in the same boat. I was thinking the same thing. Never thought of this, and this is such a great way for restaurants to save money and create a different experience for our customers with flavors. Love it.
Yeah. Plus, everybody has a chicken soup base or a vegetable soup base in their kitchen. Now we can show you multiple uses for that same product. So you get more uses ever, better turnover, all that sort of thing too. And again, what Martin did, it's a simple recipe, just adding it to mayo or adding it to a sauce and changing the flavor profile. Again, it's not just a soup base product that you use these things for. So.
I was gonna say my mom's probably got one from 1985 in her cabinet.
It's still good. Still good.
Still good. Okay, good. Just checking.
So just for the flatbread, I just put the floured sour cream on it. I added some caramelized onion, bacon, chicken, and then just some mozzarella cheese, and then you grill it in the oven. So it's something really easy to do. Again, you can use any of your regular plate for pizza or takeout, and it's nice to share. So it's something easy to do with your leftover on your daily menu too, and it's a nice way to do something different than your regular tomato sauce on a pizza bread.
Now, Chef, you guys are in Montreal right now, right?
Yeah, that's correct. We're based in Montreal.
So I don't know. I've been everywhere in this country many times, and you guys rock it in food world in Montreal. So you got to give me a better close-up of that dish because I love the stand that you have it sitting on there. So let's go to the other camera, side camera. There you go. We'll call this camera 2.
Is it good?
It looks awesome, brother.
Perfect.
It looks awesome. And you're sporting a cool foodie hat too.
So,
which I just noticed. That's awesome.
I will show you the 3 different powder. I don't know if you can see the zoom here.
Hey, what's the yellow one? Is that chicken?
Yeah, so the yellow one is the first one is a chicken. So it's more on the celery note with onion and yes, chicken. The second one, it's a vegetable blend. So you got really a nice aroma of carrot, celery, and onion. Yep. And the last one is a beef one. So you got all the caramel, spices, and the onion and beefy notes. So of course, using those as a seasoning or as a flavor in any recipes, dry like that, it's a nice way just to add a boost into your butter, sour cream, or any recipes.
So I got to ask all of you, and maybe Darren will jump in here. but what? So I'm a restaurateur. Luda's got great products. What is some? Because I guarantee you, there's probably some sketchy stuff out there in this world. What is some things that people should look for when they're considering this? That is something that you got to be cautious when you buy these kind of things.
I would say mostly the yield. You have to compare what you're buying on your serving size.
Yeah.
If you don't, as you know, many product might be cheaper, but at the end, you're not saving on your food costs. So it's really to understand exactly what you're looking for. If you can reduce the amount of allergen or any no-need ingredient, that's going to help you, because a lot of customers are asking more and more on a cleaner side. So if you can be better, it's going to be easier for you to manage.
So do they add more salt? Because we always hear the sodium reduced and stuff like that. Is that one of the things? Because salt's pretty cheap. Do they add that?
We definitely look at the sodium levels, but I think a lot of our product line, Luda H in particular, and Luda Pro even more, we took a lot of the fillers out of the products, so the yields are extremely high. So for operators looking at case costs, they can look at our products as well. It's 10% more than the next guy, but you really got to look at yield. As the market changes and as the trends change, people are looking for cleaner, allergen-free, dairy-free products, and that means taking stuff out. So that's what we want in the Luda H line and our Luda Pro line. So again, to Martin's point, you really got to look at yield when you're shopping for soup bases, and also look at the ingredients as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess they're probably tossing everything into the ingredients to save money, right? That probably we shouldn't consume, maybe. But yeah, really good point. Cool. Sorry, chef. Go over to you.
Oh, no worries. So the second one, I was going to just show you how to use it to toast any fries, breakfast potatoes, or on wings. So it's easy, and you can use it as any seasoning. You got your fries or potatoes. You fry them, and then you just toast them. And if it's good, you're ready to go. You got nothing to add, and you got your nice breakfast ready to go and ready to serve. So I will try the camera number 16.
Is that one?
Camera 16.
There we go.
We wish.
So it's a nice way to just add some flavor to your fries or potatoes without buying an extra product in your kitchen, because like Darren said earlier, we all do have a chicken soup base in our kitchen.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting. I'm going to try that later today too. But I do want to, so for everyone that's watching the show today, has anyone ever thought of adding soup bases to fried French fries and stuff like that for restaurants? Yeah. Comment. We'd like to hear if anyone's done this before, because I haven't seen this before.
I'm not creating everything by myself. I'm learning from customers and restaurants, and when you're testing different restaurants, that's where you got some ideas. And yes, a lot of restaurants, they're using chicken soup base really as a seasoning for their breakfast potatoes. So it's something popular.
Did we just let the secret out of the bag? Yeah, all breakfast people will be commenting later. Yeah,
well, I think I think that most operators will tell you, especially the chefs will tell you that one of the tricks to a good meal is just adding a layer of flavor, and that's what we're trying to talk about today. It's not just different flavors, but it's also, we talked about creativity before. It's also bringing more of an international flair to your menu for obvious reasons. Obviously, there's a bit of less traveling going on, so maybe the menu, as we know, is being shortened, but also it might need some more creativity. So maybe we're trying to show you different ideas, different plates that will bring you that international twist to your establishment that people might be missing because they won't be traveling as much over the next 6 months, 12 months, whatever it is. But all it is just adding different layers of flavor. So like Martin said, depending on the meal, there's so many different creative things you could do. Maybe it is being done elsewhere. I know Quebec, especially Montreal, because we have that international flair. You do hear it and see it from a lot of local and regional operators, which is, obviously it helps us because it gives us more ideas, and we kind of share with other operators and other customers as well. And that's, once again, that's one of the things we always love to share with people, the fact that you can take our products and, as Darren was talking about yield and the fact that they're instant. like I said, I come from a protein world. So for me, 10 years ago, it was the challenge of, going from raw to cooked. And there's a fine line. Some cooks and chefs don't want to, alter their classical ways of doing things. Same thing from scratch recipes. There are some chefs that do like from scratch, but our products are, they're instant, and the whole point is to save money and save time. And obviously in today's day and age, those are good things to do. So yeah.
Awesome. Over to you, Chef.
Okay, so the third recipe using the chicken soup base. So instead of doing a chicken noodle soup, what I will do today, I'm just using some Asian ingredient. So I will use red curry miso paste. Is it good, or you want the other one? Some garlic clove, soya sauce, and shiitake mushroom. So using those components or ingredients, you just you do your regular chicken soup base, adding those ingredients in it, and you let simmer for about 30 minutes. That's going to give you a really flavorful broth. And as soon as you like the flavor, you just strain everything and keep the broth for your soup. So yes, you can prepare in advance all your topping, your garnish of. Oops.
Well, you go, Chef. You're hot on the camera today.
I'm what?
That's awesome, man. You're all over on the camera. I love it. Oh, that looks wicked.
I'm learning. As I said, I'm a chef and a sales guy, so IT and naturally,
Not yet.
it's a learning process.
Not like that cool guy Darren, just sitting there.
Waiting there.
just tie into the wine,
And the good thing, Jay, with those meal soup, I'm pretty sure the easiest thing to ship on takeout, because soups in general never go bad. So you can prepare all your toppings with whatever you got, and at the last minute, you can just return adding some broth on it, and you can serve it. So even if it's in a restaurant, or if it's for takeout or delivery, it's tasty, it's good. Sorry for the noise.
Oh, no worries. That's awesome, Chef. You know what? The best thing too is that we really have winter coming right around the corner here. Yep. So we definitely need to see some soups to go, soups takeout when you order in. Great profit, and is definitely, you know what? It could be like a soup fall seasoning, and it could be huge.
The chicken noodle soup, it's really boring. It's interesting, it's nice, but each and every restaurant, they do offer a chicken noodle soup. We can do any type of Asian soup and create a signature approach without much new ingredients. So it's really easy. And I just did another one. It's a full broth. So using some ginger, kaffir lime, and lemongrass.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice way just to give something more, I would say, crispy and fresh. And again, adding some hot pepper in it, that's going to give some heat. And for winter, it's amazing. You can do something really good, really easy, and you can use your leftover too. So for restaurants, if you got some shrimp, some chicken, or anything else, you can do the meal soup of the day using those leftover, and you will save some money. So it's a good way.
Love it. You know what? And we have to look at ways to save money. And we actually have some people that commented. So first of all, Kathy says hi from Newfoundland. So hi, Kathy. Thanks for joining us. And then Dana has also just commented here. Great new cost-effective new menu applications for the kitchen staple ingredients. Thank you, Dana, for that comment as well. You know what? We want to hear from everyone that's watching today's show as well. So you know what? Let's hear from you. So keep going, Chef. Sorry. I just wanted to comment because people, it's like, remember the days when people used to say the names? Never mind. I'm not going to go there. But when you're on shows, I think it was Romper Room. And used to say your names. So anyways, enough of that. Sorry. You guys will never have me back.
No
worries. So yeah, that's it for the first group of recipes or ideas with using the chicken soup base. So now, Darren, what should we drink to pair with those chickeny experience or recipes?
I've forgotten, it's been so long. So
Yeah, I've never heard someone pairing wine and soup, so this would be good.
Yeah, and let me just preface this by saying, I've been in the trade, I'm in the restaurants, well, a lot more prior to COVID, but what I'm shocked when I see is there's not a lot of wine pairing suggestions on menus. There's, but they had a wine list, but really on an entree basis or a signature item basis, there's not as many restaurants doing wine pairing. I think it's a missed opportunity. I think there's a lot of people, the general public out there may not be comfortable ordering wine, and certainly they're intimidated by a wine list. So I think if the restaurateurs, the licensed restaurateurs, spent a little time, maybe hired a sommelier, do some menu analysis, and actually had a suggestion for each entree that they're serving, I think that'll make the public a little more comfortable, a little more confident that the investment they're making by buying the glass of wine is actually going to be a good pairing for their entree and a good experience for the restaurant overall. So that being said, based on Martin's first grouping of recipes, I picked a Spanish champagne. It's a cava. It's a white sparkling wine, and all the wines too I'm going to present today are basically available across the country. It's wines that almost find us everywhere. So this wine is under $16. It has a nice citrusy and lemony notes, which is going to pair very well with Martin's, a little sour, a little salty chicken. And it's, again, inexpensive, great suggestions on menus too, for aperitif. Again, I think it's a profitable items that restaurants should be focusing more on. So on that note, I will say cheers, and we'll go back to Martin.
As I'm choking back my coffee.
Oh, it's awful.
Don't be jealous, Jay.
But here's the thing too, and I'm glad you're bringing this up, Darren, because we see a lot of people, restaurants actually being able to sell, like for takeout, liquor now, right? Wine and stuff like that. But you're absolutely right. I haven't seen a lot of pairing suggestions within the third-party delivery formats. Yeah. And what a great opportunity to make some extra money, and also to create the guests have a different experience when they get their stuff takeout and delivery.
Yeah, I've seen more beer pairings with the craft beer movement than I have with wine. And of course, there's a lot more opportunities with wine to pair with food than beer. So, but yeah, I think it's a lost opportunity that more restaurateurs should take advantage of.
Yeah, really good point. Really, I'm glad you brought that up. Well, we'll keep you. We're gonna keep Darren, by the way.
After those many years, anyway, it would cost a lot to decide something else. So thanks, Darren. Moving now to the vegetable soup base. What I will do, I will use just a regular vegan mayo, because now we do have some vegan options in the market. Using the vegetable powder as a flavor in it. And again, you can use as much as you wish, because it's sodium reduced, so you will just add the flavor, not the salt. So you can really add whatever you want. And if you want to add a touch of herbs, garlic, or lemon juice, you can do whatever you want. So as you can see, it's instant. You got nothing to do, no cinnamon, nothing. So it's really nice to use anywhere, and you can create a signature. What I did today? I did a quick vegan burger using that mayonnaise as a signature sauce. So if you want to create, because that all the plant-based are growing so fast, so if you want to create something homemade, easy, and vegan, it's a nice way to offer something else than every other restaurants around.
That's awesome.
The other recipe I did, sorry about that. So I did a risotto. So the risotto, as many chefs are already aware how to do a risotto. What I will do differently, I'm using the vegetable base as a broth, because as you know, the vegetable or the broth will be really the best guideline to tell you if your risotto will be good at the end. So if your broth is tasty, your risotto will be really tasty as well. So I just combine water with the powder in it, and I use that broth to poach or bleach my asparagus. So like that, I give some asparagus flavor to that vegetable broth, and I use it just to prepare my risotto. So you're supposed to always cook a little bit, add some broth, cook a little bit, and then you got your risotto. This one is kind of halfway through because, as you know, we're live, yes, so I cannot cook for 25 minutes in front of you.
I don't know, chef. We could.
We have all time. So what you do, you cook using that broth until the end, and when your risotto is almost ready, you add some cream, parmesan, and then your asparagus. So what I did today, I did one portion. I will use that camera here. So I use one takeout version. It's nice, tasty, so it's really clear. You get the Parmesan flavor and the asparagus flavor, and the vegetable will just enhance all your flavor without over tasting anything else. So you really get that strong risotto flavor.
Nice.
Yeah, I want to note that one of the big things at Luda is open-mindedness. So and I'm Italian, so I was able to convince my Italian relatives to use a vegetable base in their risotto, and they said yes. So if they can say yes,
wow,
operators can too. So we're not worried about that.
It's been Italian proved.
Yes, Stan.
And no powder are made to replace any chef. The goal is really to help each and every cooks to achieve whatever they're looking for. So if you use those components or those blends smartly, there is a way to just help yourself.
That's awesome.
For the other recipe, I did a roasted vegetable cake instead of a crab cake. So what I did, I just roast some vegetables, so eggplant. I don't know if I'm good on there. Yeah. So I roast some red pepper, eggplant, mushroom, onion, and I cook some potatoes just to do mash without adding butter and cream, because as you can imagine, you don't want to bring some liquid in it. Then you mash everything and you create like a puree, adding some yolk, breadcrumb, and the vegetable soup base as a seasoning to create the flavor. So that's going to give you really pretty much a paste like that. It's supposed to be soft. If it's really soft, it's going to be a little bit harder to create your small patties, but it's going to be tender and tasty. If you put too much breading, then it's going to be drier inside. Mm-hmm. So the goal is really to get something soft and tasty. And you just deep fry everything and serve on the mayonnaise. So it's really something easy to do. And again, you can play with artichoke. You can choose whatever you got as a vegetable to create a signature appetizer.
Nice, chef.
So we got this, we got that, and
wine.
Oh yeah, and the wine.
Forget the wine.
So what are we gonna chase that down with, Darren?
Priorities are actually messed up here. So for the pairing with anything roasted, and people shouldn't be afraid to drink white wine with white meat or roasted vegetables, especially Pinot Noir. This is a Pinot from Burgundy. What I like about the Burgundy wines is they really reflect the terroir, the soil of the land they're growing in, and this really pairs well with anything that's roasted. It has very little tannin as well, so it won't fast and won't overshadow a light dish like a chicken or a vegetable. Under $50, again, available mostly available across the country. So. Cheers.
Now, Darren, before you chug that, I was going to say, is there any rules anymore to wine? Because I know there used to be so many rules. It seems we've kind of let the rules subside a lot because we're finding different flavor profiles with different wines, and we're having a lot more fun with it than we used to.
If you want to drink a Chardonnay with a steak, go ahead. If you enjoy it. There are ways that will accent the meal and vice versa, that if you have a kind of a general guideline that will enhance your experience. But again, at the end of the day, it's individual taste.
Awesome. We'll enjoy that now. I'm going to have a sip of my cold coffee. Where did Chef go?
Chef's busy working somewhere.
Just having a glass too.
Having a glass.
Yeah, it is before the show.
Sorry about that. So for the last one, yes, we will do some example of recipes using the beef soup base. As I said earlier, the beef will give you more like the oniony, the beefy, and the caramel flavor. So what I will do first, I will do a barbecue rub using some brown sugar, beef soup base, dry, smoked paprika, smoked chipotle, some black pepper. And if you want to do like this one, it will be more like on the Tex-Mex side. So I will add some cumin and some chili powder. Sorry about my So some chili powder, some cumin, and some coriander, ground coriander. So all that together will create a really nice rub. And that's going to give you all your flavor that you need for any type of brisket or any roast beef. If you want to do like a brisket, you should use that rub directly on your brisket on both sides, inside and outside, overnight, and then you cook it slowly on the in a smoker or on your in your oven at about 275. But you can use a recipe like that to create a nice roast beef. And add some beefy notes to increase your au jus. So like that, when you do your roast beef, you will get a better beef flavor in it without changing your signature of it.
Now, all gluten-free, low sodium, but gluten-free.
Yep.
There's a lot of stuff you guys have that are gluten-free, or is it all gluten-free? Like, tell me more.
Of product, not all the product, because we do have a lot of different signature for different needs in the market. So yes, we do have some product with MSG, some without MSG, some gluten-free, some not. Let's say sky's the limit. We got almost everything.
Cool.
Everything in our Luda H line, Jay, the green label product, those are all gluten-free with sodium.
Wow. I bet you, I'm assuming it's a big hit.
Yeah, it's actually our number one brand now for about 3 or 4 years. So yeah.
Oh wow, yeah.
It's a fact.
It's a necessity.
It's interesting you say that, because I'm assuming a lot of people that have celiac or need to have gluten-free products didn't, as we learn more about that, probably we're having a lot of soup bases and stuff in the past, like way back when you were just a young fella, Darren, and didn't know why they were getting sick by having some soup, when it was probably that gluten was probably integrated into some of those recipes when they I'm just connecting the dots from the past.
What really changed things for everybody.
Yeah, it really did. So awesome that you're able to do that, and what a great way for restaurants to also share that within some of the soups, that their soups are gluten-free.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so it's a necessity now to have that reduced or low sodium product. So yeah, most of our line is most of the H line is definitely low sodium. These happen to be sodium reduced, but they're still, like you said, Jay. Years ago, you're talking about probably 4 digits of sodium per serving, right, in certain products. So it's
serious.
It's come a long way. Then we're talking about 130 to 230 range, which is it's not even an ask anymore. It's kind of it's almost a necessity. Not even just for healthcare. It's more even generally across the board in regular restaurants. It's like, well, if it's not less than 300 milligrams of sodium per serving, you know what? I might not be interested. So it's definitely come a long way. Not even in 20 years, even in 5-7 years, whatever the case is. So it's interesting to say the least.
Yeah, and it's great that you bring that up, because it is something that everyone's so conscious of everything that they're eating nowadays, and sodium is definitely one of them. Very cool, though. I'm learning lots, guys. Sorry, Chef, back to you.
No worries. I'm there to learn and adapt too, so that's good. So what I will do, I will use the beef soup base as a seasoning on my corn cobs. So if you just want to bring some beef flavor to cobs, you just put some butter. Of course, you cook them first. Add some beef soup base. As I said, you can easily just toast your cobs, and you can add some fresh cilantro on it. That's gonna give you some flavor. So it's really.
Okay, wait, don't move.
Hold on.
Don't move. I want to see this, because I can never make corn taste good.
And it's instead of using regular salt and regular butter, you can create any tasty butter. So you can just add those powder into your butter to create like a nice signature garlic butter, adding some flavor.
Awesome, Chef.
What I will do, I will use those cobs again with some nice beefy flavor. You got some coleslaw on the side, and it's tasty. It's nice.
Okay, we've been talking about stuff that for takeout, surprise items in takeouts. When you get your takeout meal, you're getting a surprise. Well, corn is fairly inexpensive, corn on the cob, especially now we're coming into the fall. What a great surprise to throw in a takeout bag is a few cobs of corn spiced differently.
Yeah.
And
Creative, yeah.
I did a takeout option too.
Ah,
You see?
There we go.
there
Yes,
you go.
chef's on it.
Chef's on it.
So there is a nice way to bring something a little bit unique and different without sourcing new ingredients. So again, you do have your you got some beef, you got some corn in your beef soup base in stock somewhere. So it's easy to create something daily differently.
Yeah, and corn's got something. I don't know what it is, but it's something. There's a little bit of fun attached to it as well, right? It might be the thing that you're grabbing it, you're trying to eat it. It's not always fun eating sometimes, but there's some fun things. So that's awesome, Chef. I love that you actually tackled corn and made it different.
Yeah, and the last one, it's my pleasure. Again, I'm trying to show some tips and example of product. So the last one I will do just a poke bowl, but you can do like a stir fry or a saute using that same beef soup base. And similar to what we did with the soup earlier, you can add some ginger, soya in your broth just to give that Japanese flavor. And as soon as you like the flavor, you strain it and then you take everything up using some cornstarch. So that's going to give you that little glazed texture, and it's going to be really easy. So what I did, I just prepared a bowl of garnish using some rice and greens.
Now, Chef, can you add different soup bases to rice too?
Yeah, you can use, that's a good point. You can use the most popular one is the chicken soup base because of that celery and onion flavor. But more and more people are using the vegetable base because it's vegan. So it's a nice way to offer something vegan to all your customers. When you add chicken to your rice, then you cannot offer your rice to anyone.
So would you add it to the water when you're cooking rice? Or would you add it after?
You can do both. Personally, I prefer to use it at the beginning, so you can add some fresh thyme, bay leaves, and some just pepper in your chicken soup base or vegetable base in it. So that's going to give all the flavor, and the flavor will be inside the grain. If you add at the end, you will give some flavor, but it's not going to be inside the grain. So you're not going to have the same level of flavor.
Cool idea.
So I got some.
I'm working on my menu tonight.
Oh, that's perfect. So I get some cooked shrimp. I will just go add some of the sauce. Like I said, thick with some cornstarch. I will be back.
You want to slide over to me, Jay? We'll do the pairing while the chef's doing that.
Sounds good.
Jay?
Yeah, you're there. Don't worry, we didn't lose you.
Good. This is an important part of the show.
It is.
You know, that wine's obviously really good.
What I picked, and this is right for basically any beef dish, is a Cabernet. California Cabernet, readily available. J. Lohr, again, is almost at every store across the country, under $25. It has nice plum and a little bit of cocoa hint at the end. Really gonna accentuate any beef dish you do. So again, for wine pairings, beef dishes, cabs, and beef go together like hand in hand. So cheers.
I think you guys got that in your gas stations.
Yes, we do.
I've been to Montreal before. I know how you guys roll out there.
I spent a lot of money on gas for that reason alone.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
So like I said, I just put some of the soup thick with some cornstarch. I don't like something too thick because it's nice just to glaze on the shrimp and keep the flavor. And I'm just adding this on the rice to give and bring some flavor to the plate. So something really easy. Again, you want to bring to create something Asian without sourcing too many or too much new ingredient. You got shrimp in your kitchen. It's really easy to do.
Awesome, chef.
You're welcome. So that's for my recipes, and we did all the wine. I don't know if you have any questions.
I got 12 more bottles. What are you talking about?
We're all day, chef. I don't know about you. I do want to. So Robert actually, he said that that commented today on Facebook, is that it also creates some great color too when you add some different soup bases to rice, and you're absolutely right.
For sure.
Yeah. And you know what? I hate. It's a really good point. Robert's bringing this. Is when you get a meal and you get white rice. My good Lord, you need to up it and change it. The color, the flavor profile. It's more value for a little bit of dollars, right?
Yeah, for Asian, it's okay. But other than that, if you want to do any type of rice, bring a signature and do something, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Kick it up a little bit. It doesn't take much, right? And make more money. That's what we're about. Philip says hi as well. Great job, Darren.
Did Robert say anything about me?
Sorry?
Did Robert say anything about me?
Yeah, I won't tell you. No, I was joking. That's awesome. That is awesome. So, are we all done with the cooking, chef? Anything else?
No, we're done. But again, if ever, if you got any question, you can visit our website. We have a lot of recipes on the website, and we're always adding some new ideas. So feel free to dig or reach out.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate everything you've done today, chef. Awesome ideas. I've learned a lot. And you know what? Great. I'm just so happy and so thankful you guys made today's show. So thank you for all the hard work. Because a lot of people are like, oh, it's only about 30 minutes. It takes so much time and so much work behind the scenes putting these on. So thank you so much for all the hard work.
Thanks for having us, Jay. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks again. Michael, Darren, absolutely a blast. Thanks for the wine pairing. Darren, enjoy your afternoon.
My absolute pleasure, Jay. We're really going to enjoy it more after.
Yeah, enjoy yourself after.
Jay.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to come work with you guys. It's a lot of fun, but thanks again, guys. It's been an absolute blast. Now, before you leave, don't leave when I turn off the Facebook. Don't leave because everyone just takes off. I just want to chat with you after today's show, but everyone else, we have more shows next week. Like I said, I think yesterday I said we have about 100 shows more to go till Christmas. So stay tuned in. Every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we got tons of shows coming up. Great ideas. We also our podcast, great marketing ideas coming on our podcast. We've also just loaded up our produce talks under our podcast as well. And next week we are having another produce talk conversation with our produce experts too on Thursday. So join in Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. More shows on Sysco's Virtual Kitchen Show. But thanks again, Luda. You guys rock and had a blast today.
Thanks, Jay.
Thanks, Jay.
Thanks, Jay. Bye.
Yeah.